Hey friends, it's Mike here at Guitar Tricks. In this video, I'd like to show you a super simple scale pattern shape that you can use for both major scale and minor scale. And you might find it really useful for coming up with some cool ideas for melodies or even in your improvising of solos. So this simple shape, I'm going to demonstrate on the low three strings, low E, A, and D string. And I'm going to show you just where the fingers go here. So just for illustration, I'm doing it in the 5th position. But basically, it's the index finger, and then you skip a fret and go up with the middle finger to a fret above that. So you're 2 frets apart. And you go 2 more frets apart and use your pinky. In this case, it's the 5th, 7th, and 9th fret. Of course, these scale shapes are movable all over the neck depending on what key you want to play in. And it's the exact same shape on the A string as well as the D string. Okay, so I've got a collection of 9 notes. Now I have to figure out how to use these. And so what we need to do is figure out, if we're going to use this for a major scale, where the tonic would be or where the root note would be. And in this case, for a major scale, the root is on your index finger on the middle string. So where I'm playing it on the fretboard, 5th position, this will be the 5th fret of the A string, will give me the root note for a major scale. So that's a D note. So I'm actually playing notes from D major using this shape. Now if I just start from the root note and go up, you'll hear you're getting up to the major 6th in the scale, and it kind of stops right before I get to the major 7th and then the octave, okay? So you've got most of those notes going up, but you've also got those notes leading up to the root note on the low string. So I've got that major 7th note just on the 9th fret of the low string. Okay, so I do have that note just in a different octave. And in fact, I've got 2 more notes below that major 7th. I've got a major 6th and a 5th right below there. All right, so once you know where the root is, you can just pop this really easy shape to remember and just pop it in and just experiment with some melodies, come up with some little licks, some sort of sequence or something that you might be able to apply into a solo, some improvisation, whatever have you. I played a riff off the top of this video, playing some chords, but also playing melodies using this scale pattern shape. Okay, so how do we use it for minor? All right, well, we have the exact same notes in the relative minor. So in the case of D, that would be B. B minor is the relative minor of D major. So we can use the exact same pattern shape, but we just have to know where that root note is. And the B is going to be on the low string with the middle finger. In this case, the 9th fret of the low string. And actually, if you go up from that in the pattern, that gives you the full octave of a natural minor scale. And then on the low string, if you just go down 2 frets, you've got the flat 7. So it gives you like a bonus note for the full minor scale. So another great way to just improvise, experiment with some licks, come up with some stuff using this extremely simple symmetrical pattern or shape. You can also transfer it to the A, D, and G string. Okay, but you're going to want to be careful if you move it up to, let's say, the D, G, and B string, because the B string is tuned flat. So you're going to have to account for that by moving up 1 fret with that shape. But you can still do that, of course, but it's dead simple on the lower string sets of the E, A, and D, and the A, D, and G strings. All right, so I hope you experiment with this, come up with some cool stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.